Hey there, Griff Hamlin here from Blues Guitar Unleashed. Welcome, and thanks for joining me for this lesson, which is decidedly not blues. But that's okay. It's fun. It's guitar, and it's a skill. We're going to talk a little bit about fingerstyle. Just kind of a basic intro, basic kind of get you started. If you're not used to using the fingers on your right hand to play fingerstyle type guitar, there's some fun stuff there. So I just want to kind of talk a little bit about some of the basic technique, give you a little something to practice on just so you can kind of get your fingers moving in the right direction. All right, let's check it out. Now the fundamental technique, you'll notice that my right hand is basically a straight line. This is the most important thing that I see. From the forearm down to my thumb, this whole line is basically straight. You don't want a lot of this or a lot of this if you can keep from it. Now you may find that you want to anchor your pinky on the guitar, and that's totally fine. You absolutely can. Now I'm playing just a basic C chord here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my thumb to play the 5th string, my index finger to play the 4th string, my middle finger to play the 3rd string, and my ring finger to play the 2nd string. And that in and of itself may be a challenge if you've never done this before. And what you'll notice is that your fingers are a little bit at an angle to the string. So what happens is my finger goes across the string at sort of not right at the tip, but about a quarter of the way across the tip. Now, if you have a little bit of a fingernail, you may hear just a little bit of the nail, but you don't want that. You don't want to, prang it like that. You want a nice, gentle, sound, nice and easy. We don't want to do any of that. Nice and even. And what's funny is that one of the mistakes that I'll often make is while I'm concentrating on my right hand, my left hand will accidentally relax, and you'll hear a note kind of clunk out. So just be careful. Just remember to keep a little bit of pressure on your left hand even though you're concentrating on your right hand. So then to go through the pattern, we're going to basically play that first thing, right? Just thumb, index, middle, ring. Then thumb, middle, index, ring. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. Just to get used to going in all, we want to get used to working the different finger combinations. And by the way, where my right hand sits makes quite a difference. You can hear the tone is very different there from there. So generally I'll put the thumb right about halfway across the sound hole. So that's the pattern. Now I could play this on other chords like E, and I would just change the bass note to accommodate that. The rest of my fingers I won't change. They'll still be on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. But I could change the bass note. If I wanted to play G, right? D over F sharp, E minor 7. Right? All of those are fine. If they have a 6th string root, those will work. I'm going to do C and then G over B. And the reason it's G over B, you could just play G. But it's G over B because the lowest note I'm actually going to strike is a B. So since I don't have to play the 6th string, I'm not going to put a finger on it. So from my basic C chord, all I'm going to do is put my middle finger on the B at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and my pinky at the D on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Those are the only ones I need. And then I'm going to play an A minor 7, which is the same as C, just without my 3rd finger. And I just do the same pattern for every chord. And it sounds a little landslide-ish, even though it's not an exact copy. Right? And I could do G, D over F sharp, E minor, D over F sharp, G. And again, I'm just changing the bass note. So there you have just a simple, common pattern. You can use that pattern a lot. I actually use that all the time. If I happen to be playing something, solo, just on an acoustic guitar, then it makes sense to use that pattern. I absolutely do. It works very well for lots of different types of music. So if you've never really played around with fingerstyle before, or perhaps you have and just don't know that pattern, this will make a great way to get into it, or a great way to add to your repertoire. As always, if you have a guitar playing friend that you think would enjoy this video, please feel free to share it with them. And I am Griff Hamlin from Blues Guitar Unleashed, and I will see you soon. Take care.